Hello everyone, my name is Julie. This is Keep Calm with Books and Coffee. I talk about books on this channel, mainly books about magic. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. But today we are going to be doing a tag video. So I'm not a Booktube newbie. I have been around on YouTube for a while, but recently I have gained more subscribers. I was doing this mostly for myself for a long time, but in October I think we celebrated 500 subscribers and now we're over 700. So I thought it would be fun to introduce myself a little bit with the Not a Booktube Newbie tag. This is created by Clever Fox, and I will have their channel linked down below with the questions and everything if you want to check it out. I just thought this would be a fun way to reintroduce myself if you're new around here and give you a little background on me and what's going on here. So the first question is, how old is your channel? It's old. It's old. I have one video that's public from very early days in my YouTube career, and that's 9 years old. That's still public because people are still interested in it. It still gets clicks and views, but most videos that are older than a couple years old I have kind of put to private, only because they're not relevant anymore. Reviews I still think are good are public, but you know, a lot of TBRs and stuff like that have gone private just because they're not relevant. Nobody needs to be watching me be awkward on the internet from more than a couple of years ago, because you evolve and change and all of those good things. But yeah, at least 9 years old. I think it's more closer to over 10. I have put out a lot of content in that time, and I have made a lot of videos. Like I said, I have been doing this a long time just for me and a record for myself, but as the community has kind of grown and changed over time, I have found my niche, and it is a lot more fun with a group of people around you to kind of support and interact with. So it has become more and more of a prevalent hobby over the last couple of years. But like I said, for a long time I was just doing the basics just for me to learn, to grow, to keep a record of my own books and my own reading, and it was really interesting and fun. But like I said, having this community is a big part of my social life now, and it's just been fantastic. Question number 2 is, what are your favorite videos to make? For me, my favorite videos are usually, I kind of like everything, which is such a silly answer because you definitely have things you want to make more than others, but I like making sit down videos like this and chatting through questions, or making a haul video. I probably would say that my favorite videos are vlogs, just because they are usually more chatty, more interactive, more unexpected. Like there's twists and turns to it, unlike a sit down video where you sort of have ideas planned out. And so those are probably my favorite, but I do enjoy filming hauls and stuff like that, just because they're interesting. Especially with hauls, you are getting new books in, and then sometimes people have thoughts or feelings about, like, you must read this right away, or you know, maybe that wasn't a good purchase, and it's just interesting to see what people feel beyond what, because you have like no conceptions of what the book is about yet. So it's just interesting when people come up with, like, you know, things that they're feeling. And yeah, so I think a little bit of everything, but mostly vlogs. That trend has the creation of vlogs, the evolution of vlogs has been fun, because you know, you can do behind the scenes secret vlogs, or you can have ones that you're, you know, filming as part of a readathon or something like that. So it's always moving and changing, but right now I would say that vlogs are my favorite. Number 3 is, what is one piece of advice you would give to someone wanting to join BookTube? Just do it. Jump in. You can, you know, you don't need fancy cameras or lights or, you know, anything. You don't even need to buy books. Like I said, I like filming hauls, but you know, you can do library hauls. I film on my phone and I edit on my phone. All the lights that I have are ceiling lights. I don't have, I do have a ring light, but I don't often find that it helps that much with what I do, so I don't use that too often. I do a lot of this just simply in what I have. I do purchase books, but I also love to go to the library, so you know, you don't have to put a lot of time into, or a lot of money into it. It does take time, but I just say give it a try. It's going to be awkward filming and talking to yourself for the first time, the first few dozen times, but it gets easier. I would say my advice is also to watch other booktubers and like and comment on their videos in order to make friends, because that is like my favorite part of this process of being on Booktube, is making friends. So I definitely recommend jumping in and, you know, doing that, and both jumping in, making videos, but also interacting with people and being part of the community. So that's my advice. Number 4 is, since joining, have you run into any unforeseen challenges? I think I mentioned that this takes up time, and I think that is something that is an unforeseen challenge, in that you have to both read a book, collect your thoughts on a book, make a video, edit a video, put it up, and then, you know, spend time promoting it, or, you know, answering questions and comments, you know, all those things. And I enjoy doing each part of that, except the editing. The editing is not my favorite part. But I think the challenge of finding time for all of that, as well as just, you know, keeping going through that process, is a challenge, because it is time consuming, and you have to keep your creative juices going with that. But you don't have to put a video out every week or every 2 weeks or once a month. You know, you can, especially at the beginning, if you are finding it really difficult to find time for all of that, or just like the learning curve is pretty steep, not steep, but you know, you are learning things. So if you're finding yourself, it's just hard to take it all in and figure it all out, you can take your time. You know, there's no timetable for this. You can do one video a month, one video every other month. You can do a video every week if you find it easy, but yeah, I think the time is the unforeseen challenge for me, because I like doing this. I like reading, but it does add on to your time before you can put out a video, because you are doing another task before you're making the video. Number 5 is, what is your favorite book or series you've read because of Booktube? I mean, all of this behind me, because at this point I've been on Booktube or watching Booktube for over 10 years, that most of the things that I read, watch, listen to, you know, have all come from Booktube in some form, even if it's just a mention here or there, or if it's something that I have read because of Booktube and then I get a recommendation on on Goodreads or, you know, Storygraph because of that book, then I get led to something else. But it all kind of comes back to what I'm reading because of Booktube. However, I watched Heather from Bookables talk about this series years and years ago now, and she had my interest piqued by it, and I have read The Raven Cycle so many times now, and it is one of my favorite series of all time. I have a tattoo based on this series, and I just, you know, like, this is my favorite. I love it to bits, and I will continue to, but yes, I think this is probably the short answer that The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater is my favorite series that I have found because of Booktube. Number 6 is, overall, what is your favorite aspect of Booktube? And for me, it's the community, whether that's people I am directly friends with or content creators that I am commenting on their videos and we just have been friends that way for a long time. I just find the community to be the best part of this, because everyone is so supportive and everyone wants to see you succeed, whether that's succeed in the content you're making or if it's the books you're reading and they want you to enjoy them. So that is my favorite part, just the community and the friends and the people here, because it's just so fantastic and supportive. The next prompt is to shout out some new booktubers. So I am going to shout out Beatrice from Beatrice Book Nook. She recently started her channel and also has a great Instagram, so I will have her tag down below for you to check out. She has been doing some really fun videos. Then also I want to shout out Laura from the Book Hermit. They are making some great content over on their channel, and they have done sprints a few times, so if you're looking for Booktube sprints, that's a great place to find them. And they are both just starting out, but I just love their content, and they are such sweet individuals, so definitely check out their channels. Last prompt is, who do you tag? And I will have some people tagged down below, some very seasoned booktubers who are absolutely fantastic, who may not be newbies anymore, but are definitely worth checking out if you don't know them already. So I will have them tagged both for you to check out and also to see if they want to do this tag. But that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any thoughts or feelings or want to share anything about the books that I talked about today, or the questions I guess today, since I didn't talk about that many books, please let me know down below. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.